Jed right now?
Jake Paul was recently arrested after throwing a tantrum over a rule change announced by Mike Tyson. Instead of handling it maturely, Jake decided to go surfing, seemingly believing he could evade a police boat on a sunny August day. He couldn't. Now, just days before his big fight, Jake's gone from hype to handcuffed, all because he couldn't handle one sentence from Tyson at a press conference. Let's backtrack a bit. The chaos began at what was supposed to be a routine press conference at the Jacob Javits Center in New York City, promoting Jake's upcoming showdown with Tyson. However, things took a wild turn, with Jake's erratic behavior leading to his meltdown, and ultimately, his arrest. From the moment Jake Paul stepped onto the stage, something was off. He was more jittery than usual. It didn't take long for things to escalate into a full-blown meltdown. Known for running his mouth, Jake took it to a shocking new low by mocking Mike Tyson's illness. Yes, you read that right. He looked Tyson in the eye and sneered, crossing a line that left everyone stunned. The situation quickly spiraled out of control from there.
I'm gonna go on your little menopause break and postpone the fight, so yeah. What about that, dog? I was ready before. You needed a little break. Your tummy hurt? Your tummy hurt?
It was like watching a car crash in slow motion. The room went dead silent as everyone processed what Jake Paul had just spewed. Even his own fans were taken aback, thinking, "Whoa, dude, that's messed up." Jake wasn't just trying to get into Mike Tyson's head. He was going straight for the jugular, attacking the man's health. No one expected Jake to sink that low. The crowd was stunned, and you could practically hear the collective gasp as they struggled to wrap their heads around the sheer nastiness of his words. But Jake wasn't finished. With all the arrogance in the world, he puffed out his chest and declared, ready to dig himself even deeper into the hole he'd started.
Make $40 million and knock out a legend. I don't give a about anything else, and he's the one that wanted it to be a pro fight, so he's gonna get his ass knocked out real.
For Jake Paul, this fight wasn't about respect, legacy, or even the sport. It was all about the cash. He didn't care that Mike Tyson had dedicated his life to boxing. To Jake, Tyson was just another stepping stone to a bigger payday. Let's be real, for Jake, it's never been about honing his skills or learning from a pro fighter like Tyson. It's all about the money, the fame, and keeping the spotlight burning bright. Meanwhile, Tyson wasn't pulling any stunts. Despite battling ulcers and various health issues, he could have easily canceled the fight but chose not to. Instead, he hit pause, waiting until he was back in top form to give Jake a proper showdown. Tyson's focus was on delivering a real fight, not just chasing a payday.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Jake Paul KOs Mike Tyson. I'm not here to do shit besides make a bag.
For Jake Paul, even back then, it wasn't about continuous learning or improving in the ring. He craved constant fame and never-ending hype. When he asked Perry for a fight, it wasn't to advance his skills. It was to keep the cameras rolling and the buzz alive. Jake Paul's rise to fame in the boxing world has been anything but smooth. It's been a turbulent journey, marked by controversies that would make a soap opera look tame. His bravado and massive social media following have kept him in the limelight, but let's be honest. Serious doubts remain about the legitimacy of his victories. These aren't just quiet murmurs. Fans and boxing experts alike have been loudly criticizing how sketchy some of his wins appear, particularly those that ended in suspiciously convenient ways. The skepticism about his boxing record overshadows his achievements, leaving many questioning the authenticity of his success.
Good shape, because your health depends on it.
Hey, you're the one that wanted 8 2-minute rounds. You want to make it 10-3?
In professional boxing, where careers are made or broken with every punch, the referee's role is absolutely crucial. Yet, Jake Paul's victories have often left people scratching their heads. Take his fight against Tyron Woodley on August 29, 2021. It ended with a TKO, but many felt the stoppage was too quick and too convenient. Woodley is no pushover. He's known for being tough as nails. Yet the ref stopped the fight in a way that made people question whether it was a fair call or a move to protect Jake from a seasoned pro. Instead of rising to the occasion, he lost it spectacularly, his reaction only amplifying the drama and fueling the spectacle surrounding the fight.
Shut New York. Hey, boo yourselves. Boo yourselves, New York. Hey, New York. New York. 20 years ago. New York. Dumbass Democrat.
Jake Paul's reaction wasn't just a tantrum. It was a full-on meltdown that gave everyone a glimpse into his true state of mind. Faced with a rule that would eliminate safety nets and expose his weaknesses, and with a crowd clearly against him, Jake's response was pure panic. His words weren't just disrespectful, they revealed how the pressure was cracking his usual cocky facade. This outburst also highlighted something else: his broken promises during the initial fight negotiations. The spectacle underscored not just his struggle with the new rule, but his failure to live up to his earlier commitments.